sabi ng Supreme Court, before we decide with the partition, we have to know, co-owners ba sila? O, na-establish yung co-ownership because of that affidavit. O sige, since co-owners kayo, tingnan natin, anong batas ang applicable dito? So, ito ang medyo landmark case po ito, no, in 2025. Because this case is a comparison between Article 147 of the Family Code and vis-a-vis Article 148 of the Family Code. Kasi, Steph, sa ating kaalaman ng ating mga kababayan, yung Article 147, ito po yung rules on governing law on co-ownership. On co-ownership of what? Of whom? Yung Article 147, ito yung nagsasama yung babae at lalaki na capable naman sila to marry or wala silang legal impediment, nasa edad sila, wala silang asawa, wala. Talagang available sila, single pareho.
Yes.
Nagsasama sila pero walang marriage, without the benefit of marriage. Hindi sila kasal. So, pag may inacquire silang property, ang governing rules dyan, co-owners. Kasi iba po yung magkasal kayo, kinasal kayo, ang governing dyan, whether absolute community or conjugal partnership of gates, iba yon. Pero kung hindi kayo kasal, nagsasama kayo, pareho kayong may capacity to marry, and wala lang kayong, hindi lang kayo kinasal, nagsasama lang, nakapagpundar kayo ng property, ang property relations nyo po ay co-ownership. That's in Article 147. Kasi sa Article 147, sinasabi, man and woman. Kaso dito sa kaso natin na, Steph,
Yes.
same-sex couple.
Paano po yun?
Di ba? Under the law, wala pa naman kasi tayong same-sex marriage. Di ba? Minsan may mga naglalabi pa sa Congress.
Yes.
In short, hindi pa allow yung same-sex couple to enter into a marriage.
Yes.
So, ano ngayon ang mag-govern na batas
Paano po yun?
sa kanila? Ang sabi ng Supreme Court, the governing law is Article 148. The Supreme Court has interpreted Article 148 to include also those people under same-sex couple na nagsasama. Na nagkapundar ng property pero hindi sila kasal. Kasi nga talaga pwedeng maikasal, di ba?
Yes.
So, governing law. Pero ang difference lang nito, attorney, anong pinagkaiba? Doon sa Article 147 kasi, kailangan lang ipakita ng couple, yung man and woman, na may na-acquire silang property. Pag naipakita nila yun, presume 50-50 sila. Pero under Article 148, kailangan mo maipakita mo na may na-acquire na property and at the same time, you have to prove yung actual contribution ng each partner. Di ba dito sa kaso na ito,
Yes.
na-prove na nga na may actual contribution yung isa.
Meron,
Although hindi siya yung nakapangalan sa title.
Exactly.
Because of the acknowledgement. Ang sabi ng Supreme Court, that is a proof of actual contribution. 50%, etc., etc. So ngayon, applicable yung 148. So, based on co-ownership. So, this ruling by the Supreme Court favors the LGBT plus community or yung mga same-sex couple na nagsasama na nakapagpundar ng property at silang dalawa ay eventually naghiwalay. So, rights and obligations are being laid down by the High Court in this case. So, ganun ang nangyari sa kaso nila. So, although nasolusyonan, nanalo yung aggrieved party.
Yes.
So, natalo yung isang ex. So, ang moral lesson, kailangan talaga dapat nakadokumento.
Kailangan may acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement. So,